The battlefield heats up and the Dark Avenger makes his move in my review of Naruto Shippuden episode 330. Before you guys watch this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to a video I just got done completing. I worked really hard on it. It is my top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time. I'm doing this for the impending release of Pokemon X and Y because I'm really excited for it. So make sure to check that out, thumbs up, and subscribe. So let's just jump into the Naruto review. So I'm sure I'm not the only one who caught that really hilarious opening song. Usually in the Naruto Shippuden anime series, they usually just give you the opening and then they give you the episode. But they gave us something a little special in this one. We had this SD version of Naruto and all the characters singing about the Jinchuriki and their tailed beasts. It's very silly and goofy, but you know what? I really enjoyed it. It definitely put a big smile on my face, and I gotta admit, it was pretty catchy. As for the rest of the episode this week, this one was pretty much all build-up and just getting to see all of the remaining Shinobi forces making their way to where Naruto, Killer Bee, Kakashi, and Guy are. I did enjoy the scene with Neji and the other ninja running in the forest as they were discussing Madara, and what I really loved about this is they basically make him seem like this godlike figure. You know, they make him seem like he's a giant and he can summon meteors and jungles and all this shit. It really does make him seem insane. We then go back to the war room where we get to see that everybody's morale is a little bit low, and that's when Shikaku decides that he needs to send out a message to all the Shinobi forces about what Naruto is doing to sort of bolster their strength a little bit, and that's when Inoichi decides that he's going to do this, and apparently talking to all of the ninja at the same time probably takes a lot of chakra. In fact, Inoichi even says that he's going to try and get it done in 10 seconds, but he delivers this message to everyone, and it takes him a whole 20 seconds, and you can see that it's really taking a toll on him. He's got blood coming out of his nose. It's all freaky. I really did enjoy the next scene a lot as they go around to each of the different characters, and we're reminded about their relationships they have with Naruto. All the Hinata fans, I know they're just going to love that moment. I liked the Kiba one, there was Shino, and of course there was Sakura as well. But I think that my favorite thing about this entire scene is when it was all done as they were running through the rain. You get to see that the clouds are starting to part, the sun is making its way in, and I loved as they pan backwards, you get to see all the footprints of all the ninja heading towards Naruto and his location. Tobi may not be Madara, but he certainly inherited a lot of his Uchiha smugness. I especially like the scene where he's standing on top of the Geto Mazo statue, and he's getting ready to pull out his fan, and then he sees a little bit of sweat on his arm, but then he realizes that it's actually rain, and he sort of scared himself at first. He's like, there's no way these guys would make me sweat, which just makes him sound like such a haughty asshole. The final scene of this week's episode is probably the most important one, and the only thing I had a problem with the scene is it took forever to actually see the reveal, and it's Sasuke. And you know what? It is a little cheesy, but I gotta admit, it's kind of cool when he looks towards the screen and there's a big lightning bolt. Kind of stereotypical, but I still like it. So, decent episode of Naruto. It's kind of unfair to compare it to some of the stuff that we've seen over the course of the last couple episodes, because this was not an action episode. This was just one to sort of bide a little bit of time and get us excited to see what's going to be happening next. There were moments I don't think needed to be there at all, like they showed the scene with the Bijou bombs again, and as cool as that scene was, seeing it the first time, I really didn't need to see it again in this episode. And there were a few moments I just felt, really, we didn't need to see it all. Like a lot of the times, the Zetsus fighting against the random ninja and everything, like I just didn't really get much out of that. But still, I really enjoyed the scene with all of the ninja finally making their way to the battlefield where Naruto is. And the big reveal with Sasuke at the end is awesome because it looks like they're finally starting to get into his story a little bit more. So it's going to be a little bit more Sasuke-centric from here on out. Pretty average episode, but there were a lot of moments that entertained me, like that funny bit at the beginning when they were singing with the Jinchuriki. So I'm going to give this episode a 7 out of 10. Not perfect, but still entertaining for Naruto fans nonetheless. So pretty decent episode of Naruto, but how did you guys feel about it this week? Did you have any favorite moments? Did you enjoy that little goofy song they had at the beginning of the episode? You can let me know with your comments below. And before you guys go, make sure and give this video a thumbs up, one of the best ways to support our videos. And again, make sure and check out my top 10 favorite Pokemon video. It's really awesome. I worked forever on it, so make sure and check it out. So, I will see you next time, guys. Super Kami Guru 9000, out.